Ras Desta Damtew was an Ethiopian noble, an army commander, and a son-in-law of Emperor Haile Selassie I. Biography. Born at the village of Masgun, Desta Damtew was the second son of Fitoreri Damtew Katina. His older brother was Abe of Damtew. In 1896, Fitoreri Damtew Katina was killed at the Battle of Adwa. As boys, Lij Desta Damtew and his brother Lij Abe Damtew served at the imperial palace in Addis Ababa as pages to Emperor Menelik II and Empress Taitu. Bitul. Desta Damtew went on to serve in the Dowager Empress Taitu's household at the palace on Mount Entito after the death of Menelik II. In 1916, Desta Damtew supported Tafari Makonnen against Elijah Iyasu. Tafari Makonnen was the future Emperor Haile Selassie I. Elijah Iyasu was deposed but escaped. In 1920, Desta Damtew was in the party that captured Elijah Iyasu. In 1924, Desta Damtew married Tafari Makonnen's daughter Lieutenant Work Haile Selassie. They had 4 daughters and 2 sons. Anthony Mokele describes Desta Damtew as something of an eccentric among Ethiopian nobles, who had run away in his 20s to become a monk at Debre Libanos, as well as having a reputation as an entrepreneur and an enfant terrible. Mokele continues that Ras Desta had as little taste as the young progressives of inferior birth for the traditional amusements of the Amhara aristocracy. The feasting, the horsemanship, the boasting and the drunkenness. According to his obituary in the Times, he was a tall and prince-like figure, ascetically handsome in face and reserved in manner. He had the soft, almost inaudible voice of the aristocratic Amhara. Although a modernizer on the imperial pattern, he was perfectly frank about his distrust of foreigners. "The less foreigners visit Ethiopia, the better," was a remark he once made at a European gathering at the British legation. By 1928, Negus Tafari Makonnen appointed his son-in-law Desta Damtew as Dejazmish and as Shum of Kefa province. In 1932, Emperor Haile Selassie I appointed Desta Damtew as a Ras. In the same year, he was appointed Shum of Sidamo province and of Borana province. He succeeded Biru Wald Gabriel in Sidamo. In 1933, Ras Desta Damtew traveled to America to return the visit of the United States representative to the coronation of Haile Selassie. It was his only journey outside Ethiopia. He arrived in New York and was greeted with royal honors, later lunching with President Roosevelt. In 1935, Ras Desta commanded troops along the southern border of Ethiopia during the Second Italo-Abyssinian War. In January 1936, he was defeated by the Italian general Rodolfo Graziani at the Battle of Ganail Doria. Desta retreated back to his administrative center at Urgelm, where, with the help of Dejazmish Gabremariam, he reorganized his survivors to resist the Italian advance. Desta continued to resist the Italians after the emperor left the country. In 1936, after the end of the rainy season, Italian General Carlo Geloso, who had been appointed governor of the Italian province of Gallo Sidamo, advanced from the north to dislodge Ras Desta and Dejazmish Gabremariam. However, by the end of October, Geloso had not advanced very far or effectively. It was not until a month later, when a second Italian column advanced from the south through the Wadara forest, that Ras Desta at last left Urgelm, which was occupied the 1st of December, with Dejazmish Gabremariam, Dejazmish Bain Merid, and a dwindling number of soldiers. For the next few months, Ras Desta eluded the Italians until they were trapped near Lake Shala in the Battle of Gogeti and annihilated. Wounded, Ras Desta managed to escape, only to be caught and executed near his birthplace. Following the liberation of Ethiopia from Italian occupation in 1941, the remains of Ras Desta Damtew were disinterred from the grave they were buried in by the Italians and moved to the imperial family tombs in the crypt of Holy Trinity Cathedral. Honors. National Honors Knight, Grand Cross of the Order of the Holy Trinity. Knight Grand Cross of the Order of Menelik II, Knight Grand Cross of the Imperial Order of the Star of Ethiopia, Imperial Coronation Medal, Foreign Honours Grand Officer of the Order of the Legion of Honour, Knight Commander of the Order of the British Empire.